Now, keeping with consumption, the International Monetary Fund has updated its Asia-Pacific Regional Economic Outlook report. The report says China's increased consumption has the potential to change global trade partners. BON's Lionel Donovan has more.
The IMF tweaked its economic growth figures for this year in its latest report. The new numbers now put the region's economic growth rate this year at 6%, with Asia's emerging economies once again leading global economic growth. Emerging economies are expected to achieve a high of 6.9%, with Asia's developed economies growing around 2.2%. The IMF predicts that China will soon switch to a consumption-driven model of growth, ridding its dependence on investment.
Now, as you look ahead over the next 3 to 5 years, our expectation is that China will change its own growth model to move away from reliance on investment to much more on consumption, which means the trade within Asia and the demand from China will likely shift away from where it has been recently.
Singh believes that this shift in China's development model could change Asia's trade conditions and status altogether. He says some countries may start to reduce their exports to Western economies and instead begin catering to the consumer demand in China. Many commodity exporters, such as Indonesia and Australia, are expected to benefit from this increased demand in China. Countries that traditionally export machinery and equipment, such as Japan and South Korea, are also expected to benefit. As Asia has started to realize economic integration, the IMF says that trade and trade cooperation will only deepen.
As for China's growth specifically, the IMF predicts that it will slow to 8.2% this year. However, this rate is expected to rebound to 8.8% next year. If the international economic environment steadies out, Singh says that China's growth could start to rebound a bit earlier during the second half of this year.